Hello and welcome to another video by Help You Excel. Today I'm going to show you how to write an insert statement and how to use data on a form to build an insert statement in VBA. All right, let's dive right in. So the first thing you need to know how to do is you need to understand the insert statement by itself before you can write code. So this is Microsoft's definition of an insert into statement. I renamed this. This says target, but really it's the table name. But if you look at the Microsoft definition, this will say target. So table name, and then inside parentheses, you do your fields, and then you need the keyword values, and then inside parentheses again, then you do your values. So let's look at a real world example. Here's my person table. I've got it in design view so you can see it. Let's say I want to insert into my person table. So insert into your table name, begin parentheses, and then you list what fields the values are going to go to. So first name, last name, birth date, inches tall. And you have the keyword values, and then begin parentheses again, and then you have a comma separated list of your values. Now, keep in mind, if you are inserting into a text field, those values need to be surrounded by double quotes. So I've got Paul and Sassy surrounded by double quotes. If you are inserting into a date field, like birth date here, you surround dates with pound signs. You can also, if you'd rather do that, I usually just surround it in pound signs. It's going to do the same thing, less typing. And then for numbers, integer, single, double, you don't need anything surrounding the value at all. You just put the value in there, okay? Insert into statements, the order of the fields does not matter. You just have to make sure your value order and your field order match. So first name is first, so first name is first here. Last name is second, last name is second. This statement will do exactly the same thing. I've got them in different order. You'll notice this order does not match the table definition. First name is first and then last name, but it doesn't matter as long as your value order matches. So inches tall is here, and I've got inches tall first, first name is second, and then first name. Okay, so this order doesn't matter as long as this order matches your field list, okay? So that's your basic insert into statement. Let's go here and let's create a query and let's just make sure that these work. Query design, and we're gonna run it. No errors. Let's run this one. No errors. Now, if you want to leave out a field, on this table, the only field I have required is first name. So let's say I want to just insert in first name and last name. You can do that. You don't have to list every field on the table. Let's do a different name, Bob and Vila. Okay, so you can leave out fields. Anything you leave out then will just get a null value on the table. Okay, so that'll work fine as long as you don't leave out a required field. So if I try to run this now, first name is a required field, so it should yell at me. Yeah. Okay, so that's your basic insert into statement. Okay, insert into, you do your table name, field list, values list. Let's look here and just make sure we should have 3 rows, and we do. Okay, so when you want to do this on a form, you have to build a string that exactly matches this based on whatever's on your form. So I've built this simple form. Each of these text boxes have the same name as the corresponding field on the table. They're unbound, so just typing in here is not going to do anything until you click save. So let's build that event. And usually what I do is I dimension a variable like that. And this first part, regardless of what the user types, this first part is all going to be the same. So I usually just do that. And then I do like this. Now, it needs to be exactly like this. So we need that double quote right there. The way I usually do double quote, if I could type, is like that. Character 34 is double quote. And me.firstname.value. And, okay, so we got the double quote. This will be the value in my first name field. Then we need another double quote. And then I usually end the line with a comma. So, and we need a comma and a space. Okay, so that's the first field. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fields, so I need to do that 3 more times. 2, 4 all together. And then all you have to do is change that to last name. That takes care of that one. Now the date, we got to do a little differently. Birth date. So this time, instead of character 34, I'm just going to go like this. Okay. And then the last one is inches tall. And inches tall doesn't need anything surrounding it, so I can just get rid of these. Oops, that's one word. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and let's run this. Type in Steve Wilson. And he's 57 inches tall. Okay, so SQL, this part is static. And then we're going to, SQL equals what it already was, so it equals this. And then we're going to tack on this. So if we do a .print SQL so far, we got our field list, we got values, and then see we did double quote and the first name on the form, double quote again, comma space. So that's what we've got. And then just going to build out the rest. Let's paste this into Notepad and see how we did. Okay, you can see everything lines up perfectly. It looks exactly the same as what we started with. We got our double quote, first name, end double quote, comma, date is surrounded by pounds, inches is surrounded by nothing. Okay, then you can just run your execute statement, and there you go. We've saved that row to our table. So if we look, yes, let's save that. Here's our Steve Wilson. Now, if you were doing this in a real database, you might have some logic that you want to do because first name is a required field. So what you might do is something like if nz me.firstname.value equals. So you might do something like this. So you might do something like that. So what this is saying is if first name is null, the nz function, basically what it says is if this is null, then do this. So if first name is null, replace it with empty set, and saying if the result of that is empty set. So basically if first name is either empty set or null, either way it's missing, then you're going to get a message box saying that first name is required. and then we're going to set focus to that field, and then we're going to exit the sub. So form view, if I leave this blank and I try to save this, first name is required. You see it sets focus right back there, so now I can okay, now it's got the field, so it saves it. And if we refresh our table, there's your Betty White. Okay, so building a SQL statement, an insert statement, pretty straightforward. You just need to understand your basic syntax, and then from there you can gather your data from your form. And once you've got it all built in a variable like this, just execute it. And there you go. All right, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, paul@huxl.com. You can find me on my website, huxl.com. If you want to discuss a project that you need help with, I'll be happy to talk to you. We can build custom databases. We can help you with Excel. We can also act as a consultant to connect you to off-the-shelf solutions to help your business better manage its data and to get more information out of the data you have, or to help you identify data that you are not currently collecting that you should be collecting. All right, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you want to see more like this, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.